All right, here we go. Class of 2018 Senior Sports Banquet. This is the culmination of a lot of volunteer hours and work from our Booster Club, which is an amazing group of about 25 moms who meet monthly, come up with fundraisers and activities. They are just an incredible group of people who donate hundreds of hours so that our athletes can have better programs and more positive experiences. Let's start tonight by giving Booster Club a big hand. All right, welcome senior athletes. What a tremendous group of kids. We could not be more proud of how you represented us the last 4 years. And I talked to coaches and your teachers, resounding over and over, simply teachers and coaches saying, just great kids, and boy, are we going to miss them. So that says a lot about your character. John Wooden always talked about, the great basketball coach, about character and athletics, and athletics doesn't necessarily always teach character, but it certainly reveals it. And there has been no definition of that from a senior class than you guys that we've had the last 4 years. So give our seniors a big hand for their character. Very And we heard that from other teams' fans, other schools' principals, officials. That is just a wonderful statement, parents, for the kids that you have. Athletes at this time, could you stand, please? The athletes? You would not be here today without those folks at home that supported you. I'd like our athletes to turn to their parents or in the direction of their parents and say thank you. Go ahead. All right, teenagers thanking parents, a miracle. Have a seat. Thank you. Good job, athletes. Well done. Well done. It takes a village. And finally, we are very fortunate at Tantasqua for many things, but have no fee. Athletics is one of them because our community believes in education and how that moves children. We are very fortunate. We are very fortunate to have the coaches that we have that are here. When we typically post a coaching position, we're lucky to have one applicant with any playing experience at the high school or college level and any coaching experience. So, coaches, thank you. Let's give the coaches a hand for all their hard work this year. Thank you. And I'll be quick because I know our athletes are very hungry when we get after the buffet over there. They're determined and ready. When thinking about this class of seniors, I am a huge Brad Stevens fan. The Celtics. Anybody get Celtics fever? Here we go. LeBron's going down at 6 on Friday night. But anyway, he was talking about how they've had so many injuries. If you don't follow the Celtics, they've had a ton of injuries. And they just keep, the next guy steps up, fills their role, plays great defense, steals the ball, hits threes. They've been an amazing story. If you're not following the Celtics, start following them Friday night at 8:30. They are awesome. But he talks about how they were asking him on TV, how do you get these guys who haven't played a single second in a month to walk out on the floor with 3 minutes left, hit a huge shot, steal the ball, make a pass to their teammate, high five, the place goes nuts. And that's the difference. So he's talking about that, and I'm thinking about our senior class because there are stars in the senior class, but there are also a ton of you seniors who embraced your role and did it 150%. And you were a great teammate. And that legacy will improve our programs for the next few years because you guys were awesome role models. You exemplified what it means to be a teammate by very often, in informal ways, mentoring freshmen, mentoring sophomores through their first varsity season. You guys are outstanding for that. And the characteristic of the senior class, to me, in watching a lot of the events, is that you guys embraced your role, whatever that was, and did it 100% with a smile on your face and a great attitude. Let's give our senior athletes one more hand. Could not be more proud. And again, those characteristics of you guys, your sense of humor, you guys are always positive, you're smiling, you're great teammates, those will help you be successful no matter where you walk in life after Tantasqua. And those things from athletics will stay with you. As coaches, our athletic director, we believe in the power of athletics and how it can change your life and do good things for you. So those are great, great things. Without further ado, are we ready? Awesome. The buffet is ready. Our wonderful staff here, many of them Tantasqua alums yourself, in the kitchen, out of the kitchen serving. Always great to see. We know it's going to be a great meal because it's Tantasqua alums. They will call you up by table. Have a great time. Enjoy the evening. Thank you for coming.
Serving as your director. I would like to reiterate Mr. Lucas's sentiments and just take an opportunity to really thank the Booster Club and all of you who are involved in the Booster Club for your hard work, your dedication, your effort, and just the time that you put in to support your kids. So I know you already gave one round of applause for each and everyone to the Booster Club. Thank you very much. Graduating seniors, really it's been a privilege to work with all of you this year. You really are an outstanding group of young men and young women. And it really has been a pleasure working with you this year and watching you on the field, on the court, in the pool. I wish you all the best with whatever you decide to do beyond high school. But really, congratulations on 4 years of hard work. It's my job to introduce the coaches tonight so that they can speak about you, the student athletes, and we're going to start with our boys soccer coach, Mr. Merow.
All right, good evening, everyone. Let's talk about the boys varsity soccer team. I had 5 seniors this year. The boys had a tremendous season. They started 10-0 this year. In the first 10 games, scoring 61 goals and not letting in any. They qualified for the district tournament in their first 9 games, which was the first time. We later did lose. We got knocked out of the tournament in double overtime to St. John. So one of those things. These seniors were leaders on and off the field this year. They went above and beyond as competitors, as students, as classmates, as friends, and as family members. They will truly be missed next year. So if my seniors are here, can you just stand up? Franco Zanardi, is Franco in the house? Okay. Well, Franco will be going to Springfield Technical College this fall, and he will be studying biotechnology. Is Patrick Sorensen here? There he is. Hi, Patrick. Patrick will be going to St. Anselm's this fall. He will be studying mathematics with economics, playing soccer, and playing soccer. Congratulations, Patrick. My next senior is Ryan Czar. Ryan will be attending Assumption College and studying chemistry. I'm assuming you're going to do track or track and field. Ryan's an exceptional athlete. Thank you, Ryan. I know this next guy is not here. He was a captain. He was a Swickle All-Star. That is Brian Mayberry. He will be attending Holyoke Community College this fall. And my last senior was a Swickle All-Star. He was a Central Mass All-Star this year. He was just selected to the state level team. He will be attending Bridgewater State University, majoring in aviation science, and that is Mr. Dan Rickson. So, to all the seniors here tonight, I wish you congratulations. You finally made it, and a new adventure will now begin for you. Thank you very much.
Next, I'd like to call to the podium Coach Tom Goyette, girls basketball coach.
First, again, I'd like to congratulate all the seniors tonight. Been a great achievement, graduation, a lot of exciting things happening, and enjoy your last few weeks at Tantasqua, that's for sure. I want to talk about the girls they did have a fantastic season, really a great season. They had one of the best in Tantasqua girls basketball history, that's for sure. Had several records set, a lot of great accomplishments, great achievements along the way. First of all, I did 17-3 in the regular season, 17 wins and 3 losses. We're triple champions in our league this year. At one point, had 17 wins in a row, which is another record we had. Also got the highest seed they've ever gotten in district seedings at number 2 this year in Western Massachusetts. Then they went on and won a couple of district games, and they made it all the way to the district finals. And going to UMass was a great experience for the kids. Finally ended up losing to Northampton, though, in a great game. And had a great season all the way along, and a lot of fun, really enjoyable, and really proud of the players. Give them a lot of credit for their success they had all season. But I do want to point out our seniors for sure. A lot of thanks for the season you asked. It does have to go to our tremendous senior captains. If they're here, and I believe they are. Rachel, Rodick, come on up. Please come on up. All right. Now, as coaches, though, we always look to our captains and all of our seniors, whether you're captain or not, to help provide direction and leadership to our teams and our programs. We had 2 of the finest in Rachel, and she was supposed to be here, but we'll see if she comes later. They led by example. They really did. 2 of the finest kids you'll ever meet. They led by example on the court and off the court. They did everything the right way. They played hard, always gave 100% effort, whether it was practice or game, it didn't matter. They really showed that commitment, dedication you want to see in all your players. They supported their teammates all the time. They also just created a great culture in our team, great team chemistry with all the activities and things they did during the year. And really appreciate all their efforts. They're first-class kids, first class, and they're not only first class on the court, they're first class in everything they do. They do a lot for Tantasqua. I just heard they're both seniors of the month as well. That just says a lot about Victoria and Rachel all the way along the way, their whole high school career. 2 of the finest kids you'll ever meet. Our team reputation was known as a pretty young team. We had our 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores. And the concern as a coach, with a lot of new, especially young players, was make sure they had a positive environment, a good atmosphere at our practices and our games, and make sure they learn how to do things the right way, and and make sure they practice and prepare for our games the way you want to. And that's exactly what they did. With Rachel and V, they learned how to do things the right way. They were a great example. Those kids, those young players, you have a great influence on those kids. They look and watch and see what you do. They mimic, they copy all the seniors, all the captains, and we're happy that they mimic and copy V in a lot of ways. Because again, they were just first-class people. So our team, first-class kids, our team worked hard all year long. Our team as a whole did everything the way we wanted to do it. And a lot of thanks goes to Rachel and V. Had a great impact on our team and a great influence, probably more than they'll ever know. So I thank Rachel and V. When she gets her, I'll thank her. Thank you very much so much for helping our season be fun and exciting as it was. Thank you, Rachel. V is going on to the University of New England, and she's going to be majoring in public health. And later going into be a physician's assistant. And Rachel's going to Union College, and she'll be majoring in biochemistry. And wish them best of luck to all of them. Thanks very much.
coach, Heather Needham. All right, girls, come on up. I'm not standing up here alone.
All right. She's up there all by herself.
Megan and Kenzie, you two also, please.
I'm not sure.
All right. When you look at our record this year, the girls lacrosse team obviously had a rough year. But when you look at the character of the young ladies around me, behind me, up here with me, our team had great success. It's always easy to have a good attitude, show up every day, put forth a solid effort when you're winning a lot of games. It says something about your character, so you continue to do that when you end up being on the wrong side of the winning column. These young ladies show up every day, work hard, and are a pleasure to work with, and I thank them for that. What I will remember about you guys is that work ethic and your attitude, despite us having a not so great record. First we have Mandy Burns. Mandy is our outstanding goalie this year. Next year she is headed to Kent State University to study fashion merchandising. Next, Kenzie Dansrow. Kenzie is a smart defender who will continue her studies and her lacrosse playing at Western New England University next year, and she will study sports management and marketing. Rachel Godak is one of our captains this year. Rachel is a strong midfielder who is headed to Union College next year to pursue a degree in biochemistry. Rachel Hayden is another one of our captains. Rachel is a versatile player who's headed to Post University, and she will also be playing lacrosse and studying education. Lauren LaFont. Lauren is a diligent defender who will attend George Washington University next year to study political science and international relations. Maddie Lowell. This year, Maddie's our leading scorer. Next year, she will continue both school and lacrosse at Eastern Connecticut State University, majoring in biology. Claire Matlock. Unfortunately, Claire was injured most of this year. Who knows what would happen if we had Claire all season long? Probably would have been a better situation right now. Next year, Claire is headed to Nichols College to study sports management and play lacrosse. Grace Segan. Grace is a strong attack player who will be an undeclared major at Westfield State next year. And we have Alyssa Slade. Alyssa is a persistent attack player who plans to attend Bryant University and study business. Down in the end, we have Meg Merow and Mackenzie Evanesian, who are our managers this year. Thank you very much, girls. It was great having you with us. Congratulations to the class of 2018, and good luck in the future.
Next, I'd like to introduce John Hargis, the varsity football coach.
Thank you. How's everyone doing tonight? Okay. This is my first year coaching football. We finished the season 3-8. It took a little while to get everyone to get used to our system, but I think with the senior class that we had, there was a lot of doubt coming into the season with the coaching staff, some just unfamiliar people, but everyone answered the question. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about them, but they all, about week 6, week 7, started believing what we were doing. And they're the first team in 9 years to beat Shepherd Hill. And so, let me have all my seniors come up to the front, be recognized. Also, my 3 amazing stack girls can come up because they're
That's a good big day, huh? Some 3 girls I got to hang out with today.
So, we're going to start off with my amazing stack girls, Victoria Miles, Catherine Simons, and Rachel Godak. These 3 ladies, I wouldn't say they had the greatest time in their life just because they have to hear myself, Coach Orzick, Coach LaRue, not yell, but speak very loudly sometimes on good things and bad things, but without them, they're taking all the stats on the sidelines, writing down all their plays, they input all the stuff on huddle, just stuff that just makes my life easier, especially being a first-time head coach this season. They did an amazing job, and by myself, Coach LaRue, Coach Orzick, and my other assistants, just want to say thank you very much for what you guys did this season. So let's give them a round. So I have six Kuzma's hiding, which is very, very surprising. I got 6 of my 11 seniors. Not sure where the other 5 are, but I have Nick Lawrence here. We're gonna do. Did a great job running the football for us, playing some defense. He did a lot of the dirty stuff that we asked him to do. And as the season went on, he got more comfortable with us. We got Colin Lyson, quarterback. I'm going to say Colin's most memorable play for this season and for the past couple of years just by coaching him is probably it's 4th and 1 on the goal line in Shepherd Hill. Coach LaRue and I are both yelling at each other like what play to run. I say, hey, we're not going to run a dive, we're going to do a QB option with Colin. Colin takes it, goes around, go ahead, like seal the deal to score on Thanksgiving. Probably the most memorable moment he'll have. He did have one against Southbridge, didn't look so pretty, but about 4 weeks later, it worked for perfection. Next up, Matt Ellis. Matt Ellis played some corner for us, wide receiver. He came here, he came from Shepherd Hill a couple years before, so he didn't give us any like good steal plays or anything like that. But Matt would show up every day, work his tail off, and he would do everything that we'd ask. And he's one of the fastest guys on the team. So we try to get him the ball as much as possible. But I just very blessed for his hard work and all that. Billy Jones. I've had the privilege to coach Billy for the last 4 seasons. Started as a freshman and kind of worked all the way up. For being one of the kids that you rely on another coach out on the field, Billy was that. He had every answer for everything. He'd even ask questions that we never discussed. So he always made you be on your toes and kind of just always wanted to make sure kids were on the right place, especially the senior year. He was on the line telling 4 other offensive linemen what to do. So he was just another coach. Billy was also an all-star, selected the all-star team. He's not going to play in the all-star game this season, but he's just been a privilege to coach over the last 4 years, and look forward to what he's going to do in the future. Sam Kuzma. I've had the privilege to coach Sam basically the last 2 years. Sam kind of started as a freshman JV as Coach LaRue's all-star quarterback. Didn't work out too well for him. Coach LaRue called him Chuck It Sam Kuzma, was his favorite play. We kind of worked that out of him as the older he got. This year, Sam played linebacker and defensive end for us. And I would say the most memorable play Sam had with us this year was another Thanksgiving Day game. Sam, as the year went on, we moved him down to defensive end, kind of gave us a more athletic opportunity out there. And we're coming back out of halftime. They're running kind of a reverse play. Sam bursts through a double team, makes like a 10-yard tackle for loss. 2 plays later, they punt, we go down to score. And after it was a 14-9 game at halftime, just that momentum that he created after us coming out at halftime. And look at him, he's not the biggest guy, but one of the hardest working kids on the team. And we have, last but not least, Jack Dalton. Jack was a two-way starter for us, wide receiver, safety. He did a great job for us. He was one of those seniors that you relied on in the field. And when you only have 11 seniors on the entire team, you have a lot of underclassmen. First-year sophomores that are starting, some juniors that are starting for the first time. So having Jack, who started last year, this year, just having him as another person who would relay the information, get guys in the right spots, and he just had a motor. He always wanted to get at the right place, make the right play, and kind of just help the team as much as possible. And we had 4, and out of these 6, 4 amazing captains: Jack Dalton, Sam Kuzma, Billy Jones, Paul Eliason. Those 4 did tremendous things for myself. When you look up here, the GPAs that the senior class had, and just the support and leadership that they did, it was just amazing having them on the field, on the team this year. And it just made my transition to the first-year head coach amazing. So I want to wish all these guys the best in what their futures have, and there are some bright futures here. So just give them a hand. So I'm going to stay up here. I'm also, for the springtime, I'm the boys track coach. So can I have all my boy track senior athletes? All right, so we do boys track. We just finished, or actually, I think track's like the never-ending season that happens, but it goes a long time. So right here, we have Patrick Swanson. You don't like to wave. Joe Matt. Jack Dalton. Cam Galanic. Matt Ellis. Tom Mazeka. Noah Berthium. Ryan Zard. Dan Rickson. And Sal Cooper. So, for track, we have about 100, between boys and girls, about 100 athletes. And as coaches, we have to rely on a lot of the seniors and other kids that have done other events through the last couple of years. So, this year we had phenomenal captains here. Joe Matt. Matt Ellis. Ryan Zar. Dan Rickson, and Sam Cooper. This coming Saturday, when you're trying to make the state, you go to the state qualifier. And this year we're taking 4 athletes, which Ryan Zar, which is going to be his second time competing in high jump, jumping 6 feet right now. He has the ability to jump 6'4". So So hopefully we can see. He can jump 6'2", and will have the opportunity to make the All-State meet a week, and if he does well, go on to New England. Sam Kuzma. Sam has made it in 2 different events, shot put and discus. Qualifications for that, you got to throw over 42 feet in shot and over 120 feet in discus. Sam has done both of that. Matt Ellis is also competing in high jump. He jumped 5'8", which he's ranked there, and he's got the opportunity. There's a lot of kids that are all at 5'8", and the top 6 will have the opportunity to go to the All-State meet and compete against South and East. Most of all these guys qualify for the district meet that was held last week. We had a great showing at the district competition. Sam finished in 3rd place at the Swickle meet in discus and 1st place in shot. Reinzar finished 1st in high jump. Those are kind of our big victories that we had there, and I'm really going to miss these guys. When track is there, if nobody's really been to a track meet, sometimes it's just 3 hours of just event after event after event. And their personalities and their enthusiasm. We have many characters. There's a lot more laughing than not. But definitely they make coaching a spring sport very fun. So best to you guys. Luck in your future endeavors. It's been a privilege. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Molly McGuire, our swim and dive coach.
I'm not sure if I need the microphone. If it's too loud, I'll move the crowd. We had kind of a difficult year this year. I think that would be fair to say. We didn't have a pool, so it was a little up and down. The down was, of course, losing the swimming pool and having to make other arrangements. But the up was that Munson shared their pool with us, which was really nice, and we were able to use the lodge. It also was a good year because we got moved into the West Sectional, which was a little bit easier than being in sectional lacrosse. We had a lot of kids that qualified. We did, even with the mid-walk being at Holy Cross this year, the boys finished 4th, which I know to you guys probably doesn't sound like a lot, but we swim against teams like Algonquin and Westboro and Bromfield that Westboro got 1st in the regionals, so they're pretty good. The boys also had a 73 record, which is really good. A lot of the kids went to sectionals. Casper went to sectionals. He also broke Alex Watson's record in the 200 IM. Probably the biggest plus this year was the reinstatement of diving. Like track, you score each event, and we, in the past 10 years, could just count on losing 14 points right off the bat because we didn't have any divers. And this year we not only had divers, but we had a diver that went to the state meet and finished 14th. So our diving is on track. Jonah Green placed 14th. We couldn't have done it without his mother, Julia, who helped coach. And I certainly couldn't have done it without Lisa Lamont as my assistant swim coach. I had 4 seniors this year. They were the captains, all 4 of them. Allura Dupuis is not here. Neither is Nathan Lowell. Casper Mazeka is here. He's going to UMass next year in environmental science. He had a great year. I think he's probably pretty happy with the way the year went. And Michael Turley will be going to Westfield studying computer science. Can you guys come up here? did a great job, and I'm very proud of both of them. We had a great swim season. I look forward again to next year. Casper hopefully is going to be able to swim on the club team at UMass. Unfortunately, Michael is going to have to just watch the girls' team at Westfield, but that'll be okay. Thanks again.
Okay, I'm just going to pull just a few more names for some raffles here. I have Chris Ballou. Rachel Godek. Mandy Burns. And Jessica Rendell.
Next, I'd like to introduce our boys lacrosse coach, Greg Anderson.
Why don't you guys all come up? It's always a bittersweet night because we're recognizing the accomplishments of our athletes, but we're also saying goodbye to them. Our lacrosse teams had a lot of success in the last couple of years, and it's largely due to the guys that I'm going to call up. Why don't you guys come up? And we continue to have, as they say on TV, one of my favorite sayings, good success. This year, we're not done yet. We've got a lot of work to do yet, but I just want to kind of introduce you to these guys. They've been great to work with. Some of them I've worked with since I was the JV coach freshman year, and it's really been a pleasure to be around these guys. I can't say enough about them. I want to shout out to Matt Soban, who was our manager this year. He's helped us out a lot. And now to the players. Chris Ballou, number 10, got injured early in the year, but he has been a great teammate this year, always at our games, always helping out. It's been great to be around him. He and I go back to his freshman year as well, so he's going to be off to URI to study pharmacy. So. Justin Gillette is not here today. He has been a really great presence. Always works really, really hard. I get tired just watching him. And he's been a real spark plug. And I think one of the guys that is, in a way that doesn't always show up on the scoreboard. Actually, in his position, hardly ever shows up on the scoreboard. But he is an integral part of our defense. He's going to be going to Framingham State to study sport management. Riley O'Brien and I go back to freshman year as well, and he's been one of those guys that he's always chirping in a good way. He's always helping out. He's been a number one teammate for the entire time he's been part of the program, and he stepped up big this year. Been a part of our man up team, and we're gonna miss him, bud. He's going to head off to Quincy before joining the U.S. Air Force. I've had the pleasure of the last few years to watch Cody Robert get better and better every year. He is tireless out there. I'm going to repeat myself a lot. Those of you guys who are in the class with me know I do that, so that's just the way it is. He's improved every single year he's been on the team. He is now a big, big part of our offense. He's always got a smile on his heart, and he thinks he's funnier than I am, but he's wrong. He's going to be headed to Quinnipiac. He's going to be a Bobcat, and he's going to study business down there. So. Nick Stages and I have been chirping at each other since freshman year. Nicky always has a smile. He is tireless out there. He's got an indescribable quality that I won't attempt to describe. So he's going to be heading off to Anna Maria College, and he's going to be bringing his long pole with him because he's going to be playing for them and studying criminal justice. So hopefully, if I get pulled over, I think there's some space for him. And then finally, our captains, number 25, Coach Hargis is always. I don't have much to add to what Coach Hargis said about Billy Jones. Known Billy a long time. I remember Billy following his sisters around about 100 years ago, it seems. Billy is a rock out there and just plays hard. And he's another guy that I have watched just get better and better and better every year. And now I think our defense, and I should have said this by our defense is, I think, the best defense in Central Mass. And those guys, we held Shrewsbury to 3 goals. 3 goals. They held us to 4 goals, and I think they thought they were going to win the game. But, too bad for them. And Billy is just, he's going to go off to MIT, where he's going to study math and economics. I think this guy's, I'm sad that Coach Hargis won this battle, so he's going to be playing football for them. We're going to, again, I'm going to miss all of these guys. And just, we're going to miss all of your presence. And then finally, last but not least, number 11, Tommy Muir. I was going to compile Tom's statistics, but when I fed it into my calculator, the calculator just started spinning and smoking because it just couldn't handle the load. And he's led our program in almost every category for about the last 4 years. I think he has something like 100,000 ground balls in the last 4 years or something like that. And he's the guy that makes us go. And I think he is a coach on the field. I think, Coach, you said that about Billy, and I think Tommy's a coach on the field for us. And again, he's going to go off to UMass, and of course, my advice is just stay away from my house. But he's going to study civil engineering and hopefully play some club lacrosse up there, or maybe something else. But I am really, really going to miss you guys. We're not done yet, though, so we've got plenty of work to do. But ladies and gentlemen, our seniors of the the only one I want to mention is just very quickly that I stepped into some big shoes when I took over this job, and I just want to remember John, and I think John's up there smiling down at us on this day. He's probably as bittersweet as I am in recognizing these guys, but yet knowing they're going to go off to bigger and better things. So, thanks, guys.
Next, I'd like to introduce Jim Donovan, our girls cross country coach, our indoor track coach, and our outdoor girls track coach.
How's everybody doing tonight? First, I'd like to call up the who's ever here from girls cross country. We'll do the smallest one first. So for girls cross country, we had a pretty good season. Doesn't sound like 4th place in Swickle, which was, we beat teams at the Swickle meet that we lost to during the season. So that was a good finish for us. It's a long season. We started in August and we went all the way to November 11th, so we got to know each other a while. So the seniors are, I'll start over here. I have Mackenzie Falk. She was captain. She was my first time that I've had a 4-year runner, and she is joining the Marines. Emily Ellithorpe, who's ran cross country for me this year, I was surprised to see her because she's our best shot putter, and none of the shot putters or field guys really like to run that much, but she came out and joined cross country and she was doing the workouts. And then her season was derailed by a wrecked soccer injury. But I enjoyed having Emily on the team for how many meets, Emily? 2 meets. But she still came and hung out. And she's going to State University of New York in Syracuse. And on this side, I have Jordan Jennings. Jordan Jordan was our most improved runner this year. She finally broke the running under 8-minute miles. I think she ran like a 7:45 pace or something at the Swickle meet, and she ran her best race that day, which was our second to the last meet of the season. And she was happy about that because me and Jordan, we shared. Jordan would always look at me when she was going by, and she had that look. I think a couple times she told me, "I hate this," but she still kept on coming back every day, and I enjoyed having her. And Jordan's going to Westfield State. Then I have Catherine Simons. She's a 2-year captain. She was captain as a junior and a senior. Catherine was one of those people that was always helpful to me because I'd say what the workout was going to be. And I mean, if you don't like to run that much, or if you know, some of the workouts for cross country can be depressing when I explain how we're going to do 6 miles. Either that or I just took them someplace and we started going. And at the end I'd say, "Do you know you just ran 6 miles?" But Catherine would be one of those people that would talk the rest of the team down. When I'd say what the workout was, everybody would moan and groan, and Catherine would be like, "Well, you know, it's really not that bad." So I'll miss her next year because I don't know who's going to talk them down next year, because there's going to be anybody that do that, they're just going to complain. But so I enjoy Catherine. She'll be going to UMass Amherst. And last but not least, Rachel Godek. Rachel, did you run 1 meet before you went here? 3? You sure? All right, Rachel ran 3 meets, I guess. And she hurt her hip, and she was upset about it. But some days she'd still come to practice and keep me company when the kids were out running, hang around me at the school, tell me that she'd be hanging around me today, and she'd come to the meets and stuff. And she was a good sport about it, and I knew that she was unhappy that she couldn't. And Rachel would be going to you. Thank you, ladies. Next I'm going to do indoor track. For indoor track, for some reason, I don't know why, they only have one head coach, which is me, for both boys and girls. So if you ran indoor track, why don't you come up here? Don't worry, I'll make this fast. For indoor track, I'll give you a quick overview of the season. First, I'll introduce the kids. We have down this side, we'll start with Joe DeStefano, Sam Kuzma, Izzy Mercado, Tom Mazika, Matt Ellis, Ray Messina, Mackenzie Falk, Emily Ellithorpe, Ryan Czar, Dan Rickson. Over here we have Cam Galonic, Catherine Simons, Billy Jones, Victoria Miles, and Joe Matt. So we had a pretty good season for indoor track, despite the setback of not having a track or a weight room, and the kids would complain to me because I'd have to make up running in the hallways, running upstairs, running wherever we could run. We ran a lot outside. I used to have a rule that I would tell the distance runners that if it's over 35 degrees, plan on running outside. Well, this year I had to change it to if it's over 30 degrees, we'll be running outside. We spent a lot outside. All right, I guess I broke that a lot. Well, we had no choice because we had to run somewhere, and when the snow was off the track, we'd be outside running on the track. And the kids were good sports about it, and I explained to them, you know, they were upset because there's no track, but there's 12 teams in Swickle, only 2 of them have a track, so those other teams are all doing the workouts that we did this year, doing stairs and running hallways and running outside when it was, what did you say, Zara, over 25? Exaggerations, it was not over 5. So we didn't have the track, we did have a weight room. For the girls, they finished 3rd at the conference meet, which was a good showing for us. The girls' captains were Catherine Simons, Kenzie Falk, and Emily Ellithorpe. For All-Stars, we had Emily Ellithorpe. But just for qualifiers for individual events, we had Mackenzie Falk and Emily Ellithorpe again. Just a qualifier for the relay was Catherine Simons. I lost my place. But overall, the girls had a good season, and I was proud of them. For boys, they finished 4th at the conference meet. The boys captains were Billy Jones, Joe Matt, Dan Rickson, and Ryan Zara. Those were the senior captains. All-star was Ryan Zar. The district qualifiers for individual meets were Joe DiStefano, Dan Rickson, Arsh Patel, Matt Ellis, Ryan Zar. Relay was Joe Matt, Dan Rickson, Joe DiStefano, Matt Ellis. And for state qualifiers, we had Ryan Zar qualified for the high jump, and he made it to the all-state meet, which is, there's 5 divisions in track, and every division has their divisional meet. And if you come in the top 6 in that, you go to the all-state meet, which Ryan made it to that. So, and at that meet, he came in 13th. So in the state of Massachusetts, for indoor, Ryan was the 13th best high jumper in the state, which is pretty impressive. And that's indoor track. Now we have girls outdoor track. Anybody who ran girls outdoor track? For girls outdoor track, we have Maddie Doyle, Lily Kent, Izzy Mercado, Mackenzie Falk, Emily Bellathorpe, Catherine Simon, and Victoria Miles. Our senior captains were Catherine, Mackenzie, and Emily, same as in indoor. The girls came in 5th place in Swickle, which was, a decent finish. There was a lot of really good teams. Emily Bellathorpe was the first team All-Star, and for district qualifiers, we had Mackenzie Falk, Catherine Simons, and Emily Bellathorpe. And Emily Bellathorpe qualified for the state qualifier, which is Saturday in the nearby town of West Hampton, Mass. And she's qualified for the shot put. So congratulations, Emily. And I enjoyed all the seniors this year, and I'm going to miss them next year for cross country and indoor track too. What was next? Your turn.
All right, a couple more quick raffle names. Maddie Doyle. Come on up. Just here. Ryan Zar. Only picking track. Tom Mazeka. And Cam Galonic. All tracks. Next, I'd like to introduce Shelby Green, our varsity field hockey coach.
Okay, I'm not standing up here by myself either, so seniors, come on up. Make sure Izzy comes up too. Yep. So for my first year as a head coach for Tantasqua, I could not have asked for a better group of seniors. Tell me if it's not. We had 7 seniors on our Warrior Field Hockey family this year. All of them played a central role in our team's success and growth, and I want to congratulate all of you and all of your coaches. So I will start with our first captain, Eve Boyd. Eve got second team all conference. It was a great accomplishment, well deserved, hard work to earn it, and we wish you the best at Westfield as you study education. Lexi Fish, our other captain. our Warrior Field Hockey family, you will soar at Norwich in studying criminal justice and political science. Julia Matten for her necessary contribution to our goal scoring and our positive attitude. And any hurdle she came to, she was just a bright and shining star for our team, smiling at all times. So Julia is going to Kent University to study fashion merchandising. To Melissa DiBiase for your fire on the field and your excitement that pushed us to do our best. You would make a wonderful teacher after Vincent and Mr. Slade. Sarah Holinsky for her leadership and poise on and off the field. We wish you the best at UMass Boston, and we know you will be a force to reckon with. And to our team manager, Izzy, Isabel, we're calling you Isabel, don't feel bad. For her commitment to our team, home, away, rainy, snowy, any type of weather. Izzy was outside doing the books for us, doing our clock. She got it done, and we wish you the best at the University of Maine. You are all such wonderful women, and I can't thank you enough for making this such a great field hockey season. I know that you will have just as much, if not more, of a positive influence on your future. Shout out to the
Next, I'd like to call up Coach John LaRue to talk about the boys basketball seniors and the varsity baseball seniors. I'd like to call up the boys basketball seniors: Jack Dalton, Evan Kucher, Tamarella, Garrett Cassavan, and Drew Peretti.
So these three guys right here have done a great job for us over the past 4 years. I had the pleasure of coaching all three of them actually, freshmen and basketball. They're exactly what we want, young men, and do a great job on and off the court. And I wish them the best of luck in the future. Thanks so much. So this year is my first year as a boys baseball coach. So I've had three great kids, great senior leaders that have done nothing but outstanding things for our young kids this year. And being a first year coach, that's all you can ask for, is great kids that want to come out and compete on an everyday basis. So my three kids right here, Jared Langevin, Colin Eliason, and Amy McHugh. Thanks for dressing up, Eli. Gym teacher. So these three guys have done outstanding things for us all year. They put us in a position where we're still able to make the playoffs coming up this week. So I wish them nothing but the best of luck in the future. Jared is going to be attending Westfield and trying to play baseball there next year. Eli is going over to Bridgewater State, and he will not be playing, but he'll be probably doing a lot of rec sports, is my guess. Probably rec ball champion. And Amy McHugh is going to be a future president someday. He's going to the Air Force Academy next year.
Next, I would like to introduce Lisa Lamont, the boys cross country coach.
The cross-country boys team ended their season with a 7-4 record, and we were fourth at Swickle. Congratulations to the following seniors: Chris Ballou, if you could come up, Casper Mazika, Hugh, and Connor Smith. I don't think Connor's here. These guys were all great role models. Casper this year was team, not captain, but MVP and second team All-Star. He led the team. He had the fastest times this year. Eamon has been with us all the way. I remember him in junior high running. It's been a long haul. Hopefully we prepared him for the Air Force Academy with all that running. He is a captain, great role model and leader. Did sustain an injury partway through the season, but hung in there with us, and we're going to miss you. Chris Ballou, also a captain, also ran since junior high, right? And he made varsity this year, and he's going to URI to study pharmacy. And Connor Smith is another captain, Most Improved Runner award, and he's headed to Norwich University for the ROTC program. So hopefully we can prepare him. Thank you, boys. I'm going to miss you.
All right, a couple more raffle names. Lexi Fish. And Cody Robert. Dan Rickson. And Matt Outs. Winter cheer coach. Okay, seniors, come on up. First off, I'd like to thank Mr. Lucas, Mrs. Joseph, and Mrs. Ellis for their continued support of the cheerleading program. It means a lot to us that they come to our competitions. So I just want to say thank you. I lump it all together so it'll be quick, short, and sweet. Just kidding, sit back and relax, it's going to be a while. Our fall season was a great season for cheerleading. We were league qualifiers, regional qualifiers, and went to states. Cheerleading is broken into divisions. We are considered Division I in cheerleading. They finished 14th in states out of 57 Division I teams. That's amazing in the world of cheerleading. They were league and regional qualifiers. My first senior is Jessica Randall. This was her first season cheering. She did an absolutely amazing job considering we didn't exactly have a gym to practice in. But the cafeteria worked great and we can actually stunt in there. She will be attending Quinsigamond Community College studying criminal justice and then attending Westfield State University for pre-law. My next senior started with me when she was 7 years old. So I'm lucky to say I was her first coach and probably won't be her last. That's Miss Emily Macy. She's had 4 years on fall varsity cheerleading. She was captain for fall season. Emily will be attending Bridgewater State University studying elementary education. And hopefully cheering. Liz Latoy has been with me 4 years in varsity. She does both fall and winter. She's been a captain for both fall and winter her senior year. She will be attending Westfield State University studying criminal justice. Congratulations to all the seniors. Next, I would like to introduce Edie Willard, our girls tennis coach.
Hi. Could I
I have all of my awesome 10 seniors come on up, please? So, this is my second season coaching Coach Testy, but it's my first time being at this event because last year we didn't have any seniors. So this group of girls has really been leaders on my team for the last couple of years, and they've really shown great character in all of their matches in the last 2 years, and in last year's situation where we were 5-15, I think. And then this year, where right now we're 9-5 and we've qualified for the playoffs. So they've worked really And all season, I've been telling all of my players that the reason that we're having such a great season this year is because these girls are working as a team. And I know that sounds like a little bit cliche, but in tennis, our players compete individually, right? And then we add up the scores for the team. And so it can be kind of easy to get caught up in that individual competition. But this group of girls has really made sure that we have a strong team. And it's really been our seniors who have created that atmosphere on our team. Every single one of them has been really important for that this year. So I just want to introduce you guys to them and tell you a little bit about their contributions to our team. So first, Rebecca Bennett, who if Becca doesn't end up being a coach somewhere, I'm going to be really surprised because her contribution to the team this year and last year has been to really take our underclassmen under her wing. And I knew I could count on her to bring in our freshmen every season and make them feel welcome. And every day when I went down to practice, Becca was already out there, usually hitting with some of the underclassmen and giving them advice. And she was really like an assistant coach. So yeah, like I'll be surprised if she doesn't end up being a coach somewhere. And she's off to the University of New England next year to study biology. Next, Jess Bolte, and I don't think Jess actually realizes how important she is to our team. Jess just has the greatest energy and enthusiasm. She has an awesome attitude, and she works so hard, and she's come so far as a tennis player. I think my favorite memory of Jess was this season where we started off our very first match. It was against Westboro. And Westboro is, tennis is their game. And it was like 45 degrees out. There were 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It was freezing, it was cold. We went out to Westboro. They swept us. And then on the ride back, the radio didn't work on the bus, and we didn't have anything. And Jess started a sing-along on the bus, and it was the greatest thing ever. By the time we got home, everybody was in such a good mood. And she doesn't know this, but for every big match that we had that was away, I made sure that Jess was on the bus with us, because even if she wasn't in the starting lineup, her good energy was really, really important to our success. And then finally, Julia Matten was one of our captains this year, and Julia really led by example, and she really embodies what it is to be a good teammate, because Julia has had to switch between singles and doubles the last 2 years, and it's kind of a difficult thing to do, but she embraced wherever she was playing. She put the team first every single time. And I think what I was most impressed about with Julia this season is really how she embraced playing doubles, and she built a partnership with her teammate that she was competing with, and she put her full effort into being the best that she could, and found that you really love doubles. So all three of these girls are really great competitors on the court, but I'm really impressed with how much they really put the team first. I have two other seniors too who couldn't be here tonight, Victoria Kirkland and Victoria Livingston, who are both awesome leaders for our team as well. Thank you.
Sargent, and this was my first year coaching volleyball for Tantasqua. We had a great season, and I really enjoyed working with all of the girls in this program. Our team was very versatile, flexible, and they were eager to learn. They were willing to move outside of their comfort zones and play in positions that they weren't familiar with, even whenever I asked them, and they always did it with a good attitude. So they had a great attitude this year. One of my favorite highlights from this year was our senior night. We were playing Grafton, and we won with all 6 of our seniors out on the floor. So it was really cool that happened on senior night, and all 6 of them were out there. So we placed second in Swickle this year, and then we also went to districts. I had the pleasure of having 7 seniors on our volleyball team, the family this year, and each one brought something unique to the team. So I'll just start down here. First, we had Lily Kent. She led well as one of our captains this year. She had a quiet confidence that encouraged the other players. She was dependable and played well all the way around the court. Lily was named first team Swickle this year, and also she was our MVP for the 2017 season. Next year, she's planning on attending UMass Amherst, and she's going to major in biology. Next, we have Lauren LaFont. Lauren worked hard and led well this season as one of our captains. She led the team as we learned a new rotation, and she was also one of our top servers this year. In the fall, Lauren she was named first team Swivel Conference as well in All-Star team. In the fall, Lauren will be attending George Washington University and studying political science and international relations. Next, we have Jillian Drzatzky. Jill was a great leader on the team this year and was a key player at the net and behind the serving line. In the fall, Jill will be attending the University of New England and will be studying to become a physician's assistant. She will also be playing volleyball for the university. Next, we have Miss Kayla Fortuna. Kayla was a very versatile player this year. She played in several different positions, and no matter what I threw at her, she was willing to give it her all. Next year, she will be attending Westfield State University, majoring in movement science, and she will also be dancing on the university's dance team. And we have Grace Seegan. Grace was a dependable and consistent player. She led our team with the top serving percentage for the season and received the top server award. She will attend Westfield State University in the fall as well. And then I've got 2 that aren't here, Alyssa Slade, who you saw earlier, and Allie McGlinchey. She was our manager this year, and both of those young ladies were fantastic leaders as well. So I just want to say congratulations. I really enjoyed coaching, and for my first year coaching, I couldn't have asked for a better senior class. You guys were amazing. So good luck next year. Next, I would like to introduce our varsity softball coach, Phil LaRoche.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank the Booster Club for putting on this every year. It's a great night. I want to congratulate all the seniors for every sport. I've had the opportunity to coach some of these knuckleheads over here in football, and truly this is a great class of kids. They're good kids. I do want to mention one of these seniors did cost me a brisket Reuben this year from BT's. I made a bet with Sam Kujma. Sam throws the shot put on indoor track, and I was egging him and egging him to get over 40 feet. So I told him, I said, you throw over 40 feet, I buy you a brisket Reuben. course, I'm going to have one myself too. So it took them till the last meet. I think it was districts in indoor track. I got a text from Coach Hargis with a picture of Sam with his medal thrown over 40 feet. So that was probably the best brisket Reuben that both of us ever had. It was great. This year we have 4 people in our program who are seniors, and I think 2 of them are here. If they'd come up. I don't think, is Julia here? Okay, in 4 years in this, as part of our program, they've been part of 2 Southern Worcester County League championships. The overall record in the program in their 4 years currently stands at 50 wins and 28 losses, including a 9-6 record right now this year. One win away from qualifying for districts for a 4th consecutive year. These 2 have had a big hand in all of that in the last couple of years, getting us to districts. It's tough for us in districts playing Division I, playing in a like a Division II league and stuff. So they've done a great job meeting us. The first person I'd like to mention who's not here is our scorekeeper. His name is Zach Kelly. We use Game Changer, and I'm not very technologically sound sometimes, and Zach keeps me grounded during the games and lets me know what the count is, because I'm always, what's the count, Zach, what's the count? So he lets me know. Zach will be attending Merow College in the fall, majoring in sports communications. Another senior who's not here is Julia Jarvis. Julia's in her 3rd year with the program, first as a varsity player. Got a lot she's not here, so I had a lot of good things to say about her, but the bottom line is that Jules will be serving our country in the United States Marine Corps. Next we have Miss Eve. Miss Eve, as she was called by her kids yesterday. She had a little practice with a Sturbridge Rec softball team. Miss Eve is in her 4th year with our program. She has earned 3 varsity letters. She's a 2-year starter in the outfield, and this season was named one of our captains. She's a member of the National Honor Society. Eve's been a tremendous captain for us this year. She battles through constant hip problems and never really complains about it, just plays through the pain. One of the most engaging and fun people that I've ever had the privilege to coach. Eve will be attending Westfield State University in the fall, where she will major in elementary education. Sarah Alinsky. Sarah's in her 4th year with the program. She has earned 4 varsity letters. She's a 3-year starter and one of our captains. Sarah was last year's winner of our Offensive Player of the Year award, was also a Swickle All-Star. Sarah is also a member of the National Honor Society. Sarah has played many positions with our team. She's been an outfielder, an infielder, a pitcher, and also this season she's our team DJ. Sarah makes the daily playlist for practice and games. I thought it was Eve, but Sarah tersely let me know that it was her. Those of you who've been around me in the past know that I have a habit of talking a little bit too much, and in my pre- and post-game talks, Sarah lets me know when I'm done. She sticks her left arm into the circle, and that's when I need to finish. Sarah will be continuing her softball career at UMass Boston, where she will major in psychology. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Holly Currier and Jen Herman, the co-head coaches for boys tennis.
Hi, thank you. This was our first year coaching, and we were glad to do it together. This is a pretty big rebuilding year for boys tennis, and just like to have all our seniors come up. So it was a pretty important role that Mike played, and he inspired our youth as well, but he also, due to our schedules, we couldn't get to practices or games until later, so he really took on a big role of helping set up prepping the matches and starting practices when we couldn't come around.
And I get the pleasure of talking about Mike because that was weird. So Mike is our only senior. Obviously, he is a captain and a Swickle All-Star. He's our first singles player. He's an extremely competitive tennis player. He's also a very fair tennis player. I don't know if most of you know this, but there are no umps, there are no refs in tennis, and so it comes upon guys to call the shots. And hopefully their opponents will do the same. So by being fair, we get fair turn and make us He said he's very helpful. I mean, and the whole group of guys was great because they did a lot without us starting to practice. Mike is going to UT Dallas, where he will be studying actuarial science.
All right, this is it. The last four names, a couple of coaches. We're almost done. Hey, Eve Boyd, come back up. And Jess Bolte. And Claire Matlack. Last one, Colin, Eli. Next, I'd like to introduce our golf coach, Aaron Berthew.
I'd like to say it's short, but I'm an English teacher, so just a little bit. I do want to do a quick shout out to Mr. Anderson, who's the first year JV coach for me. He did a terrific job, so I want to thank him for that. Also, just a quick shout out. I had a couple players who are seniors who didn't come out this year. One of whom is here tonight, and they allowed for spots for a couple of real youngsters to come out. And I do want to thank one of them is here tonight. That's Cam Galonic. So thanks, Cam, for the 3 years before. So thank you. Awesome. Okay, if I could have my two seniors please come forward. That'd be Noah Berthew and Terrence Baker. The good news is I'm losing only two seniors. The bad news is that these two seniors were my co-captains who were exceptional leaders. These two young men were essential pieces of a very successful fall season, finishing 16-4 overall and 11-1 in Swickle, allowing varsity golf to capture the league title for the 5th consecutive year. If it weren't for too few teams making the postseason, Tantasqua would have moved on to states as a team finishing only 6 shots back of both Algonquin and St. John's at districts. So a little unfortunate there. These two guys were obviously an enormous part of this very successful season. Terrence Baker finishes up his Tantasqua golf career playing all 4 years at the varsity level. It seems like just yesterday that Terrence's dad mentioned to me, boy, you're going to have a powerhouse team when these guys are seniors. Well, here we are. Hard to believe. Terrence was Rookie of the Year his freshman season with his first medalist honors in one match among the likes of the past top dogs Griffin Brooks, Alec Merrifield, Evan Sorsey, and Josh Berthew. It was against Doherty at Green Hill. Do you remember that, Terrence? It's not like ancient history. Okay. It was good. Terrence improved steadily after his freshman year, especially as he grew stronger and taller. I need to stand up straighter here now. I'm pretty sure there was a foot difference in height from freshman to junior year. I often joked with Terrence that he must be using an illegal driver since he was soon hitting it so long and straight. Terrence had a very solid senior year, finishing 8th at the Swickle League tournament, along with his 2 medalist honors throughout the season. Terrence was selected for the All-Star team by the fellow coaches to top off his season. Terrence is committed to attend Roger Williams University in the fall,
possibly majoring in construction management. And he's very excited and hopeful to play on the Roger Williams golf team. Good luck to him. And Noah Berthium was also selected as Rookie of the Year his freshman year, so that was looking promising for sure. Following that season up with an even more successful sophomore season as he was selected as a second-team All-Star in 2015. Like Terrence, Noah continued to make substantial improvements in his game. As a junior, Noah was one of the four counting scores for us at Kettlebrook Golf Club in districts, allowing Tantasqua to make states for the first time in 20 years. Noah continued to grind it out at states, again counting as one of the four counting scores, allowing us to finish a very respectable 9th in the state. Noah's senior year proved to be challenging in the fall, trying to handle all the expectations and responsibilities that I'm sure all you seniors, now it's in the past, and I'm sure you're thankful, remember it can be really very filled with pressure. And so around halfway through the season, neither Noah or I seemed to know where his swing had gone, so off to a lesson he went. And from that day on, Noah worked on some swing changes and drills to get him back on track. And if anyone has tried to implement a swing change, and this probably goes for most sports, but I think golf is probably the toughest. If you try to do that in competitive situations, it's very, very difficult. And there are few players that I know who have the dedication and courage to trust those changes. So trust those changes he did. Noah finished only one shot out of the first at the Division I Central Districts by shooting a 76 in some difficult conditions at Highfields in Grafton. And with his second place finish, Noah advanced onto the state finals at Haverhill Country Club, finishing a very respectable 35th in the state with a score of 82. Noah was selected as first-team Swickle All-Star into the Telegram and Gazette Super Team for the fall sports season. Noah is attending Boston College in the fall, possibly focusing on history, political science, and business as he thinks about a law degree. He's also set his sights on playing for their competitive golf team. Congratulations, Noah. And I'll just end my remarks for these two wonderful young men with the three words that I've been using for a few years now. And this year they're even a little more appropriate, as they were often said between a father and a son, that being old Tom Morris and his son Tommy Morris. And those words are far and sure. May the two of you hit all of your future golf shots far and sure, and may all your future plans go far and sure as well. Thank you, boys.
And our final coach to speak tonight, I'd like to introduce Matt Rickson, our varsity girls soccer coach.
Would all the varsity soccer players please come on up? Even though there was only 3 seniors this year, these girls played a major role in this year's success. They were great teammates that brought leadership, talent, and strong work ethics. The season ended with an overall record of 10-8-2. We qualified for districts, won our first round game, and lost in the quarterfinals to Wachusett. And now I'd like to introduce the players to you. First we have Mackenzie Evanesian. Mackenzie's a 4-year varsity player. This year she was a captain, and she was nominated Swickle All-Star Team. This fall she'll be attending Bryant University, majoring in biomedical marketing. Next we have Maddie Lowell. She's 4 years with the program, 2 years on the varsity level. This fall she'll be attending Eastern Connecticut University, studying biology, and will be playing lacrosse there. And next we have Megan Meserol, 4-year varsity player, captain this year. She was nominated Swickle All-Star, Central Mass All-Star, and All-State. She has a career high school record of 52 goals and 21 assists. And in the fall, Megan will be attending the University of Massachusetts, majoring in biology. Ladies, I thank you and wish you the best.
Thank you, coaches, and again, thank you to all of our senior athletes. Can we get one more round of applause for all of them? Each year, the Tantasqua Athletic Department gives out 2 awards. The first is the James Allen Award, and the second is the District E Athletic Directors Award. The actual award will be given out on class night on the 31st, but I would like to recognize those student athletes tonight who are in reception of this award. And the first one we're going to do is the James Allen Award. And I would like the following 2 student athletes to come up, and I'd like you to give them a round of applause. Sarah Harlinsky and Jack Dalton. And the next award is the District E Athletic Directors Award. And this award goes to Rachel Godek and Billy Jones.